Hello everyone, this is Mr. Martinson, or Principal Martinson, checking in with you from West Elementary School. It's something that you're probably getting sick of hearing about. We'll probably get sick of telling you about it forever too. So we do have a funding stream that we've really gotten kicked in the pants the last couple years, and to the point now where I'm hoping and thinking we'll qualify next year, but right now we didn't qualify this year for some funding that's directly related to forms that are called educational benefit forms. So hopefully over the next couple of minutes I can share with you why I'm hoping that you'll please consider filling out those forms, even if you don't think you'll qualify for the portion that directly benefits your family. So think of it, and even if it helps to think of it like permission slips and field trip forms of just things that we just fill out every year that it's a pain in the butt, but we do it anyway. So I'm going to switch over here. So there is a portion of funding that the district may receive, but it's based off of a form called educational benefits. And the reason it's now called this part's my opinion. I think it's called educational benefits now because it used to be called the free and reduced lunch meal application. But what I've really seen happen, even as a principal, more so in my time over the past, especially the last 10, 15, 20 years, is that people just don't fill them out because they don't eat lunch or they don't think they're going to qualify anyway, which on the outside looking in doesn't seem like a big deal. But what ends up happening is the state and federal government both use the results of those forms or those applications for school funding, and that, honestly, that's a huge thing. I think we are right now, we have $130,000 more coming next year, which will help pay specifically for ADSIS and Title I intervention staff, meaning staff that work with kids that need a little bit extra boost, and typically in the area of literacy, but in math as well. So when we lose those funds, we lose those staff. There are other areas too, like our athletics. Families that qualify or don't qualify can receive reduced fees, or community ed. There's all these. So individually as a family, you can benefit. But the frustrating part, I think, from the school end is that the state and federal government is now using those forms or the results from them for way more than just meals. And I can share this, and I will share this link afterwards. So this is kind of my, switch over here. This is kind of my ongoing plea. So as a family, even if you don't qualify, you at least, you'll get, this year the district is giving away student activity passes, which I think it's $5 a kid to get into a game. So I know for me, when I bring the boys, the girls are, my daughter's playing, but when I bring Mac and Gino, that's $10 to every single game, and it adds up really quick. But the flip side is, being the principal of the building, looking at the budget and seeing how this is impacting us, me filling it out is I know this can help the district. Even if I don't qualify, whether my income is too high or too low or for whatever reason, I don't fill out the form for the free and reduced lunch meal part of it. Gino eats 3-4 times a year, and same thing with Mac. But I fill it out because I know the district will directly benefit, to the point where your principal sending home this video please just fill it out. It's more than, I get that it's frustrating as a family, because especially when you start filling it out, you're they want to know my family, my dependents, my kids, my spouse, and my income to the best of your knowledge. You don't have to pull out your W-2s, which there's a reason I say W-2s. The state and federal government has that information. So I completely get that it's frustrating. It'd be why does the state and federal government use this form if they already have our taxes? If you don't think about it, it makes sense. That's the only thing I can tell you, because when you think about it, it's frustrating and it doesn't make sense, because the state and federal government does have your income information. But now we as a district are here begging and pleading, please just fill it out. I'll share the link in the message that this came with. Hopefully that's something you can consider filling out. After this, we probably won't bug too much more. But again, the athletic passes are for everybody, for the kids. Once we know you filled those out, you can get those in the school office here, or we can even fill them out and send them home with the kids. So again, it is way more than just lunches, and that's that whole image. It's more than a meal application. Your educational benefits application helps provide critical funding to all 318 schools. I want to thank everybody. If you've already filled it out, thank you out in advance. Like I said, I confirmed this morning before the call, we're $130,000 more coming next year than we would have before. And frankly, that's going to offset costs that we already know we're going to have. So I do appreciate it. And thank you for taking the time to listen to this, what's become a 5-minute message. Thank you.